Good morning, guys. We're back out here for the final day of assembly of our next-gen Scania that's coming to the USA. I missed a few things this morning. They got some headlights installed on the front of this thing. Up next, they're dropping fuel tanks on it. All kinds of stuff is happening. The assembly line is moving. We're going to jump right into getting this thing completely out the door and driving today. I'm not going to say fingers crossed, because it's definitely going to happen. We're like literally 4 or 5 spots from driving this thing off the end of the row here. So it's kind of quiet in this morning, so I'm not going to mess with the mics, but these guys have got the front bumper completely installed. We've got the headlights all installed. We've got fuel tank straps right here installed, ready for fuel tanks to go in here. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. I ordered it with some wheel chocks. I think it just kind of looks cool hanging off the back here. So we've got some wheel chocks going on to add some color to the back of this truck. But I see our fuel tanks right up there coming up freaking next. This is so exciting. So exciting. Literally, guys, right down there is where we start the truck up. So floor is moving, the floor is alive. We're about to do it. We're about to do this thing. I'm out here goofing off and I'm missing the best parts. They've got this vacuum suction deal to hold these tanks up. So they kind of hover in the air here, and they're gonna drop them right in place. And then boom, the straps go right on. So they hook up there in the top, and they have a tightening thing right here. So you've seen that one. Now we're gonna catch this other one floating through the air right here in just a moment. They're gonna get it and bring it right over here to us and bolt it up on this assembly line here. I kind of like how they are, because they've got this like hook assembly there so that they can hook it on before they tighten it up. So that makes things a lot easier on the assembly line. I wonder which tank it is. Is it the silver one, or is it the blue one that's painted to match the rest of the truck? I would assume it's probably the blue one. Just like that, that thing suction cupping that thing up. That is so cool. Check that out. Just gliding through the air. Need one of these in our shop when we're taking fuel tanks off wrecked trucks. Just enough space to get it in there too, boy. Just enough space. And keep in mind, the assembly line is rolling while they're having to install this thing. Look at that. Boom. Took that space right up. Looks so good with everything painted to match. Oh my goodness. Just like that, it's released. They're gonna fold the rest of these straps up there and hook them into place. And then once they get them hooked, there's a bolt right in the middle that will tighten everything up to where it's supposed to go. Boom. There it is. So now that they've gotten these bolts right here, you guys see, tightened up to hold these tanks in their place, there's these covers that go over them to protect everything from being hit or sliding on or damaging those threads. So if they take anything loose in the future, they come right off. He's got his work pouch here, and it's not damaging the fenders. It's got foam on the bottom of it. These guys know what they're doing. I wonder what's next. We're getting close. So the tires and wheels come out of the ground up there. That's what I'm really excited to see, the tires and wheels go on this thing. So there you have it, guys. We've got our passenger side fuel tank completely installed. It's got some specs there. I'm assuming these have something to do with regulations and things like that. Looks like a carbon filter right here, if I had to guess. Overflow valve filter, something like that. That's gonna bolt up somewhere, or let's say it's supposed to stick to the tank or something, so they just haven't done that quite yet. The other side, these guys are wrapping up. There's a lot more going on over there because you have lots of other fuel lines and different things to hook up on that side. So I guess fuel just kind of drains out of the bottom of this tank. So this is an anti-splashback. So if you lose your fuel cap, that's what that is. I've been learning that from comments, guys. I've been reading all of your comments. That's one thing I've learned so far. So I think think this is a plug for the side skirts that still have to go on it that light up. And we're gonna make our way over here to the other side in just a second. Looks like we've got some fuel going in the tank. Heck yeah. We've got a DEF fill coming in right here. They're gonna fill this DEF tank up. I'm kind of curious as to how much they put in there, but they're getting filled up. Maybe not all the way, but they're getting some put in there right now. So this guy's finishing up all the fuel lines. And I learned what that black box was down there. That black box is a fuel pump and filter system that basically gets every ounce of fuel out of these tanks whenever they're being used. So it pulls completely off the bottom of the tank, I believe, to make sure that it's getting the most fuel efficiency. And I've learned that that creates up to 5% better fuel economy just by having that box over there with better fuel system. Don't ask me how or why, but it does. So looks like they're filling the DEF up. I wonder if they filled I don't think they filled these things completely up with fuel. They probably put just enough in there to get them going, to get them down the road. So yeah, he's finishing things up there. We have our grill going on here shortly. If they didn't already put it on there, I think that's it. Right over there is our grill. Yep, it's coming. Here it comes. Here comes our grill. Look at that. That's cool. Fancy machine. Oh, he's got a camera so they can see right where it latches into. That's awesome. Huh. That's wild. That's cool. There it is. Our grill is all set in place now. Starting to get lots of final little touches coming onto the front of the truck here. They've got the front lower grill piece just got installed. That actually folds down and turns into a step, and we might get to see that happen in just a minute. But it looks like they're still filling this thing full of fuel. Maybe they do fill them completely up. That's really cool if they do, because no one in America fills your truck up completely at the factory. So that might be what's happening. I think it's still pumping. They hear a pump running somewhere, but nonetheless, brother, seeing these tires come out here is going to be so sick. And there's like huge cannons down there that they use for bolting them up. That's going to look really cool when it starts bolting them on. I'm going to have to get my hands on one of those things and maybe try to run it, but looks like they filled them full of fuel. Let's see how much was put in it. We can see down in here maybe. Maybe halfway full. We'll see on the dash when we get in there and start it up, but they're gonna have to hook up this side over here and put some in the passenger tank, I'm sure is what's gonna happen next. But yeah, it's starting to look like an actual truck now. Things are happening really quick this morning. Comment down below, guys, if you see anything or have any questions. I mean, I've been reading every one of your comments almost. It's hard for me to get back to everyone. A lot of the folks here at Scania are seeing and reading almost all the comments also. So if you want your voice to be heard, now is the time to comment anything and everything about Scania trucks down below. So make sure you're commenting and smash that like button. These likes, you guys, we almost have 10,000 likes in the last video. That is crazy awesome, and that really does help get the video out there, guys. So make sure you smash the like button and comment down below, because I'm serious. Mattias right here is reading every one of your comments, and this is the type of guy that has the power to change things within the company and talk to the right people if you guys want your voices to be heard. So make sure you comment. So while we're waiting for our turn to get tires and wheels very, very soon, guys, I mean, I just want to keep talking about the attention to detail. My camera does not do it justice, but I mean, I've been in other factories in the US, other heavy duty factories, and they do not put out this type of quality, right, on the frame. The straps, I mean, everything is just perfect. I mean, they're not worried about scratching your paint on the hubs. These guys have protective covers over the hubs, brother. I mean, like, wow. Like they've turned a key on or something. Oh, they're airing the suspension up so they can get, oh, can't do that because you got straps on it back here, brother. But something's going on. Anyhow, I don't know. They know what they're doing. I'm just analyzing. Oh, this truck's getting some aluminum wheels. So right up here, the wheels come out of the ground, right? Out of the basement. They come already pre-stacked in the right order onto this machine here. And they go right there. Check that out. So no heavy lifting or anything. That's cool. So you get to see that without fenderlets on here. But they come right out of the floor. That's so cool. Here we go, guys. Our R770. Look at that badge, brother. Oh, yes. Oh, man. They've already got our front wheels popped out. We went for the Alcoa big wheel, big center, high polish, Michelin's. Because you know, we're definitely going to put some Michelin men up on the top up there. You know that's already happening. And then we've got, looks like one of our rear wheels has already popped out over there. Okay, all right, all right. So right here on the line where the tires and wheels come together, they've got these giant torque cannons. I think is what we should call these things, because it looks like a cannon and it applies all the torque to the lug nuts perfectly. Oh, the line's moving again. About to get some front tires. So the torque cannons are primed and ready. We've got tires. They've got the, it's like flying a jet. Oh boy. Look at that. We got the Michelin men on the tires. These guys are primed and ready. Oh, we had to pause again. That happens. That happens. It's okay. Look at that. So that thing opened up and brought one of our first rear tires right up from the basement down in there, where they're all automatically put right in place. I think automated down below too. So, but anyways, back to our torque cannons. Look at these things. These things are like serious stuff. Wow. So guys, while we're waiting on the line to catch up, there's some things holding it up in the back right now. We've got our tire and wheel department here, and I've met up with these guys. And what was your name?
My name is Thomas.
Say that again?
Thomas.
Thomas, okay. Yeah. American name. Okay, and how about you?
Andreas.
Andreas.
Yes.
All right. So what do they call this department in English? This is tires and wheels.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so how long have you been here?
I've been here for 1 year and a half.
Okay. How do you like it so far?
It's right.
Getting to put tires on all day.
Yeah.
How about you, Thomas?
I've been here for about 4 years.
Ah, in the same area?
Yeah, in the same area.
Okay.
But I did my studies. I'm studying marketing.
Okay, marketing. All right.
So I want to work with that in the future.
Okay. Not just tires and wheels forever.
Exactly.
Well, hey, the truck's moving.
Yeah.
Let's put some tires on. I'm going to follow you and watch you do that. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem.
All right, here we go. You've got the, it's kind of like flying a jet. That's crazy. So this machine, he can turn the wheels and everything. Right? Man, I need one of these for my shop.
So if you go here,
Yeah.
you can see me like this.
Okay, yeah.
So 2 at a time.
Yep. All right.
To save some time on the line. Like that. And then the next wheel.
So these come out of the basement. Can I get a shot in here right quick? So down inside here, you see some other wheels about to come out, and they get moved right up the ladder. And he grabs them with his tool here. That thing goes back down in there. You see our other wheel waiting to come up here. So then he's gonna sit right here and wait for the truck to continue moving forward. And once the truck gets up here, he's gonna put the other wheels on, of course, but maybe we'll get to see the basement in action right here in just a moment.
So it's like a sensor.
Ah, so the door had to close. There's a sensor right here. Maybe we can see it going down there to grab the other tire right there. It's grabbing it, picking it up, and now it's gonna pop out the door here in just a moment, maybe. Yep, here it comes. Check that out. That is so cool. There we go. Dude, these wheels are such crazy high polish. Ah, there it goes. Look at that. Wow. then there's the final torque. Green means good, I guess. We're going to twist that around and grab the next set. And it's going to torque them all down. Boom. There it is. So I want to point out, this thing has got the big boy. Ah, yeah. Boom, knocks them on there. 315 ADR 22.5 is going on this thing. This is like really similar to what we put on what we call a super single in the front of the trucks in the US. I need that tool, I like that. Dang. Right there, knocks them all on. And just like that, our front tire and wheel assembly is complete and on the truck. Very nice, very nice. We've got some rear tires going on now. He's got to pull the, check that out. Boom. Man, this tool is really crazy handy. That's so cool. He's gonna grab the next wheel here. It's gonna go right there in its place. You guys are gonna be tired of looking at tires and wheels here in just a second because that's all I'm showing right now. But I'm assuming it gets it in the right orientation to cross the valve stems perfectly. Oh, this is so exciting, brother. This is so exciting. While he's putting these wheels on, here comes our side skirts. It's like all coming together just so beautifully. Wow. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh my goodness. This is so exciting. I'm so excited. Wow. And just like that, our truck is almost complete, guys. Wow. Wow. Yes. It looks so much longer now that the skirts are on there too. It's crazy. All right, and over here on the passenger side of the truck, the side skirt's going on. Brother, this thing is just completely complete almost. These things are wearing on me. I mean, I don't hate them. They do look good. They do look really good. And now we've got all of our wheels on, it looks like. These guys are gonna finish torquing some of them down. They're gonna put the lug nut covers on them. Pull the center condoms off the wheels there. It's like someone's got a big old footprint right there. Oh, this thing turned out so glorious. There it is, guys. Wow. I just want to sit and stare at it all day. It's gonna be the longest couple of months of my life waiting on this thing to show up to the US. So the next, oh, we've got some, oh, look at those running lights though. So the next station is going to be right here where it comes down off the lifts. And it gets started up. You just heard that one start. Brother, look at all this action. We're next. It's been the longest 3 days of my life getting this thing out the door, and we're gonna get to drive it. Oh yeah, this thing picked all the way up too, dude. Dang. Wonder why they did that. Huh. Interesting. There we go. It's on its way to the, oh, dang it, why did we stop? Why did we stop? Come on. Don't stop now. Brother, this thing looks so freaking awesome. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, I'm just like, I'm like filming, but I'm not even talking or anything. I'm just staring at all of this thing, guys. I don't even know what to think, honestly. Oh, there we go. Maybe our wheel things slowed down for a second there, but now they're picking up. So this thing's gonna pull it forward. I think these ramps pick up maybe, and then the truck goes down and does some, yeah, I don't know. We're about to find out though. We're about to find out. They're gonna hook an exhaust pipe up to it because right next, it's gonna start up and drive itself over the dynos, and they're gonna do the brake testing and all kinds of stuff. Oh my goodness, look at those taillights. Those things look sick. And we've got amber marking lights down the side of it. That's obviously not a common thing here. So very much USA.
Yeah.
All right, so right here they're letting it down onto these racks, and then they're gonna drive these robots out of it. So right now they're double checking to make sure it has all the right tires and everything on it, I would assume. Lots of checks are happening right now. Putting it down on its own weight. First time this truck has ever sat down on its own tires right here. Dude, these jacks are no freaking joke. Oh my gosh. I don't know how much weight these things will pick up. Probably like all of it. All right, she's coming down off the jacks. They've got the system full of air. I mean, this, I don't know how much more American of a spec Scania you can get, guys. We got the, usually European trucks have the same size, or the like super singles on the front from the factory. I ordered it with the same style wheels that are on the rear as what's on the front. I mean, it does have bigger tires and stuff than what we usually have in the USA, but this is a much more just beefy, just built super, super well truck. Looks like we got some fuel caps on it now. We've got our def cap right there. Check that out. Everything's locking. Very cool. Oh, everything's opened up. Here we go. So ask permission if I can be the first person to start this thing up. We're gonna see if that happens or not. If it does, great. If not, it's okay. But Amber's not too thrilled. She's like, oh, it's just so much truck stuff. So before they start this thing up, guys, they're going to hook up an exhaust pipe thing to make sure this thing breathes, or it doesn't get exhaust everywhere that it shouldn't be getting exhaust. So that's what's happening right there, because they're going to drive it over and do all the dyno testing and brake testing right here inside the building before they head out. And then we're going to get to drive it outside. Lots of stuff happening.
Soon it will be.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's gone great so far, and we're just waiting for you to start your.
I know, we're about to. We could have had a better tour guide, I think. Thank you.
No problem. All these really beautiful looks on this.
I know, it looks so great.
Custom colored.
Yeah, tanks.
I didn't expect that.
And the black looks just, man, does it look nice.
Is it okay? Go ahead and go up.
Here we go, guys. First time climbing in our Scania for the USA. It's got English on the dash. I can actually read it. We've got the all clear to start. Here we go. On the brake. There it is. So uneventful because it's so quiet, but it's running. So up next, they're going to drive it right over there onto the dyno testing. Let's let them do their job. They're going to get to go through everything in here. There we go. This thing is off to its first big test. Yes, sir. Look at that beast. Here we are. This thing's coming up here now for what they call the brake testing system. So what this does is those things forcefully turn the tires, and then they'll start activating the brakes inside the cab of the truck to test the braking on it. And yeah. Oh, the front air ride is so sick. I mean, like, so sick. All right. Any day now, we're gonna pull this thing up. Well, they're picking it way up to maybe clear the rollers. I think that's what's happening, so. So every single truck that rolls off the assembly line here gets brake tested and dynoed. I'm pretty sure there's a, oh, maybe not. Maybe there, oh, I don't know. Maybe there's a dyno in here. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm missing it. But nonetheless, yes, there is. There's a dyno room up there. Sorry, that's where the room is at. So brake testing is about to happen right now. They're plugging everything back into the dash, and that's what's going to happen. So here it is. Like I said, these rollers are extremely grippy, and they're turning these axles, and in just a moment you'll see this lady nice lady in here driving. She's gonna start activating the brake system on this thing and essentially testing it. So we may start to see these stickers that are on the tires wear off in just a moment. So not a crazy exciting part of the factory here, but they test everything on these trucks before they leave. So right now what's happening is they've got the truck, all the brakes are completely tested and they all passed. And instead of testing just like how well they brake, they test how well the left or the right one brakes together. So everything is good right here on the truck. Up next is the alignment center and then the dyno room from what I'm gathering. So alignment is up next. So they're finishing a truck right here and we're gonna see them do an alignment, I'm assuming on all the wheels. So let's see how they do that. And there it is. They've got it pulled up on the front alignment plates. They're gonna hop in the truck and do all kinds of things, I'm sure. I have no idea what they're doing exactly, but that is something they're doing for sure. Yeah. Looks like maybe this is like quality control guy. He must be doing the final quality control checks on everything. So you guys remember that this thing is a 6x4 with the rear lift. Oh, he must be checking fender height on everything. Yep, looks like that's what he's doing. And then the alignment is coming up next. So what I thought was a dyno room is actually a rust prevention room, and they're spraying some stuff on certain points in the frame and underneath the chassis to prevent rust, and that's what's going on inside here. And then it's going to go through a few more quality control checks, and then we're going to get to pull it out and drive it and hopefully find the demo center track where we have lots of friends over there actually. So that's what's happening now. I told them, hey, we're using this thing for show, so spray it in all the right spots. So that's what they're doing. So now with the truck up in the air, they're able to get to everything underneath and cover properly. This is even more systems in place that do not happen in factories in the USA. I will go ahead and say that out loud. I'm not afraid to say that. But so coating the propeller shaft to make sure it's not going to rust, all kinds of things. So we're not allowed in there because it's not exactly the safest stuff to breathe in, and we don't have the protective clothing and things like that. So we get to see it through the window. So now after the frame coating has been dried, we are doing, looks like they're doing some headlight alignment in here now. So aligning the headlights, making sure they're perfect. I want to see if I can see where they sprayed some stuff on the axles in here. I want to see what that looks like exactly. Ah, there it is. So I don't know what you would call that. It's kind of like dried into place on the hardware and stuff. Yeah, it's getting a little tacky and sticky, but they didn't go too crazy with it. It's on the drive shafts to prevent rust and stuff like that. So eventually that stuff dries, from what I've heard, tops of the shocks and stuff like that. But they did keep it off the frame, which is nice. Our frame is still nice and pretty and clean, I think. Maybe? I don't know. I feel like there's something on the frame for sure. I don't know. Not sure. But nonetheless, look at this thing, guys. It looks so good indoors with the frame paint and everything looks beautiful indoors. Just imagine what it looks like outside in the sunlight. So, checking the headlight alignment now, I think. And once they get all of that set up, we'll be driving it outside, hopefully. So there's other parts and pieces and things like that are right here that must go on the truck still after they do the alignment, I'm pretty sure. So with our headlights all adjusted, they put a few pieces of plastic up on the top. Oh, that's so loud. Okay. So with the headlights all adjusted, they've added some more plastic. I've moved it over here to the next bay where quality control, I think, is not right now, but the last one, where the final quality control comes into play, and they double check and triple check everything on the trucks. I think that's what's about to happen soon. So now the truck is in the very last check, guys, like I was saying, quality control, and they're going to check everything all the way down to the paint color. And I think there's a tool here we're going to get to see in just a moment where they check to make sure it's correct. Like I said, everything is checked. everything. They do not play around. Make sure everything is perfect, perfect, perfect. And this is the most mind-blowing part of the whole thing, guys, is the fact that they make sure everything is perfectly done. Because I know this doesn't happen in the US. I can tell you hands down, I've visited factories and this does not happen. It just flat out doesn't, which is crazy. All right, guys, we are on the first ever test drive coming out of the factory. We've got Peter here, the test driver. He's got a computer here that is running through all kinds of different simulations, testing everything. Since this has a electronic assist steering in it, it just centered the steering in it, but now the first ever test drive. This thing is so smooth. Of our Scania R770 that's headed to the USA in the next few months. All right, well, here we go. We're headed to the special test track. We've got some stuff on the window we probably can't remove quite yet, so maybe we'll get to unpackage this thing over when we get it. Oh, I like how the window squirters are like perfect too. Wow. Very quiet. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right, here we are. Got some rain, of course. That has lots of power.
Do a signal test?
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, no speedometer. Wow, we're getting it. It's like 75 right there, huh? Miles per hour,
Yeah.
to point out, yeah.
It's about 130.
Yeah, not very common you get to do that in one of these trucks, is it?
No.
That's fun. So you don't see too many mile per hour dash on the left side. Yeah.
It's about, we do a speedometer test.
Yeah, I think it works.
About 30 miles. It's
Okay.
about 50 kilometers.
Oh, so double checking the cruise then, okay.
So it's 48, 46, 47.
Ah, so you have radar up here, okay.
27 is 45, 46.
Okay. This is exciting. Dude, we're getting it through here. Wow. This coffee maker's cool. All right, guys, the AC in this thing is cranking too. I mean, there's so many nice attributes inside the truck here.
Take another lap.
Okay, another lap. Here we go. So this computer's testing all kinds of things, and another lap. Here we go. Brother, this thing gets it. Wow. It's like driving a car. Wow. Whoa, it slows down really fast, yeah. Incredible. Turns sharp too. So is that to the floor right there? Lots of pickup, yeah. It's flashing. Slow down. Yeah. This is fun. Wow, the braking is incredible, even on wet roads. All right, so now we're gonna pull it back into the shop. They have more checks to do, I think, and then we're gonna go over
to program the car.
Ah, okay. And then we're going to go over to the demo center with us. Here we are. All right, so what we're doing now is pulling it into the final test bay. So once the truck starts up, they put a speed limiter on it of 5 kilometers an hour, so driving it around in the factory, and then it moves from there to the brake testing, and then it gets up to, I think, 50 kilometers or something like that. And then they do a 75% programming, I think is what I was described to, inside the factory before we test drive it. And then now we're in the final programming phase, where it's the programming that goes into the truck, and it's where they lock all the systems down so they cannot be modified. So that's what's about to happen now, and this is the final testing, final programming the truck will receive before they leave the factory and get shipped all around the world. So that's what we're doing now. All right, guys, well, this thing is completely tuned up. We're gonna park it somewhere outside, and then we get to take it over to the demo center. If everything's still going to plan, we're gonna get to drive it. I'm gonna get to drive it, put us through its paces, check everything out in here, radio, just give you guys a full rundown of the whole truck, unrestricted. That's a really big deal. Well, guys, we're out back in one of the storage lots where the truck is currently parked. We're waiting for a driver to come over here that's going to drive it from here down one of the main highways over to the what did I call it, the demo center, and then I'll get behind the wheel and have my way with it. This thing looks so good. I know I've already seen some comments on Instagram and Facebook where I posted photos of the truck, people asking about why we went with those style front wheels, and the reason being I wanted to spec it as close to what people in America would want to purchase, so they can see what it looked like. And this is the same style wheel that would be on the back, so they are interchangeable at the end of the day. So that's why I did that. Yeah, something I like to point out is these wheels are balanced from the factory too. Something that doesn't really happen too much in the US. Crazy. But yeah. It's a shame that it's raining and wet. You cannot see how nice this metallic paint is. It really is a shame. But nonetheless, it does look really, still looks really good. Couple things to point out. There are some more parts and pieces to go on the truck that has to go over to another part of the factory to eventually get put on before it does ship. The top winglets up there on top, they call the shark fins, are inside the cab. Or actually, they got put somewhere in here that they need to get put on the truck still. And yeah. So I guess that answers quite a few questions. Headed to the demo center now. We've got the special plate, special permission to take the truck off of the assembly line property. We're headed over. The stash is so nice. Everything's real leather, just really nice. So demo center bound we are. There's you guys an International with the S13 engine in it. So that's in the fleet that Scania owns, using for testing around here. So American truck on a Swedish soil here. So the Scania Transport Laboratorium is a Scania owned company that they move lots of parts around with, and also do testing of trucks also. So here we are, first drive on a public road. This is exciting.
Yeah, it is.
So we were just noticing that even the AC controls, everything is in Fahrenheit. It's really cool. There you have it, guys. We've made it all the way over here to the demo center with our Scania. Oh, you can still smell the newness burning off of everything. It's so glorious. Oh boy, there are a few things that are just kind of chilling on the chassis here because it still has some things to be finished. I cannot remember if we opted to get a big deck that covered everything. I do not remember. It may be like that, but we will see probably in the next few weeks whenever this thing gets completely finished. This is just so cool. All right, well, here it is. We're gonna change my shoes here shortly out of these steel toe things, and I'll be getting to drive it out here on the track for the first time. I like the length of it. What do you guys think about that length? I mean, this is like, I don't know how much more close you could get to like an American looking new cab over, like, honestly. Okay, here we go. Man, it steers so nice and easy. It's so smooth. Here we are, guys. First drive in our R770 Scania. We're the only ones on the test track right now, right?
Yes.
So now I have to be respectful because currently this does not have a limiter on it.
Yes.
So, and we're reading mile per hour over here on the dash, so kind of just going to focus on our driving here, and oh my gosh, it drives so smooth. You could get like unusually comfortable while driving one of these across the country, I feel like, just of how smooth it is.
And it's very quiet.
It is very, very, very quiet. Wow. It's lots of horsepower. Oh boy.
And no load.
No, yeah, of course. So we have like real-time mile per gallon here on the dash. That's exciting. Well, right up here is where we took our famous photo.
Yes.
That video has 600,000 or 700,000 views on it now.
It's a lot.
It's crazy.
You have many followers.
Lots, yeah, almost 1 million soon.
Yes.
Yeah, it just drives so smooth.
And you convinced me to make videos too.
Yeah, oh, you are?
You
Oh, yeah,
convinced
yeah.
me. So it
Man.
was someone was joking about, yes, said, it will be 2 videos.
Yeah.
Now it's on the 3rd one.
Yeah. Guys, it is so beautiful here right now too. Like the trees, everything, the sunlight, so nice.
And later in the autumn, there will be different
Lots,
colors.
Lots of colors, yeah. Point of view of our road, the test. I can't even talk. It's so exciting. The demo track we're on right now. So the past few times we visited, it's been raining or it was snowing. Snow mostly.
In February, it was
Yeah.
and slippery.
Very slippery, yes. It was melting. I'm like barely using any throttle right here too. It's crazy. Wow. All right, guys, we're about to head over to the head office, but these fellas are gonna get the truck parked up out of the way for now because since this is not a demo truck, it is our truck going to the USA. They don't want anyone else driving it, so it's gonna get moved to the other end of the parking lot, and I will be back up here tomorrow to film another video unwrapping and going through every square inch of the truck. That brings a wrap to this video. Hope you enjoyed it. They've got our truck right here. Got some drivers in it. They headed back over to the factory with it. They're gonna be moving it over to another part of the factory to get the final assembly done, all the final checks. And hopefully I'll have some photos of it very, very soon, completely knocked out and done. I'll have several videos following this of breaking down every inch, every part of the truck. It's gonna be really exciting. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and comment down below. I wanna hear all of your comments, all of your critical comments on everything, and be looking for the following videos. And shout out, huge thank you to everyone again here at Scania for making this possible. Mattias, all of these guys, the whole entire crew. Huge thank you to all of them once again. You know who you are if you've been involved. I shouldn't have to say, you guys are awesome. See you later. Peace.